Good morning, students of HR 140. So, today we will be discussing the training professional. This is part of our Unit 1. So, in our previous discussion, we explored the importance of training within organizations. We covered its definition, the overview of the training process, and the various factors that influence working and learning. So to cap off Unit 1, we will now focus on the training profession itself. We will be examining yung mga key roles, responsibilities, and competencies of training professionals. We will also be understanding these aspects because this is crucial for appreciating the impact of effective training on organizational success. Additionally, I will be introducing to you some essential training terms and terminologies that are frequently used in the field to help you build a solid foundation in the training profession. Okay? So we'll start. So, sinasabi nila that having a role in training and development is one of the most exciting jobs anyone can have because working in training and development combines the opportunity to teach, inspire, and create positive change within an organization. So basically, the role is dynamic, involving constant evolution of both people and processes. Okay, and also the work in training and development never becomes stagnant. So there is this continuous cycle of learning and improvement, making it one of the most fulfilling career paths, as every day offers new challenges and satisfaction of seeing your efforts directly contributing to organizational success. And most importantly, yung mga training and development professionals, you get to watch people grow and excel in their roles. And that might create a lasting impact not just on individuals, but the company as a whole. And over the past decades, the role of trainers has expanded and evolved due to rapid advancements in technology. So there's this shift to digital and remote learning and even yung mga changing workplace dynamics. So today, trainers are expected to incorporate now yung mga e-learning platforms, yung mga data-driven training techniques, and personalized learning experiences into their work. So even though there are changes, the core and positive aspects of the job of the training professionals still that is to help people grow, improve organizational performance, and create engaging learning environment. So that is constant. So makikita natin dito that trainers have the opportunity to make significant impact on both individual employees and the organization at large. And also, sa trainer, your reach will extend far beyond the employees sitting in the classroom or participating in your training or in your workshop. The skills and knowledge you impart to employees will ripple throughout the entire organization. Okay, so makikita natin dyan that you will not just be working with the participants but also with the supervisors, senior management, clients, vendors, and perhaps even the company's board of directors, especially when training aligns with the company's long-term vision and objectives. So this wide-reaching impact is one of the most exciting and fulfilling parts of being a trainer. Also, as a trainer, one of the unique aspect, is your ability to interact with diverse range of individuals across different levels of organization. So you will be dealing with entry-level employees to senior leaders, and you will be gaining insights into how different roles function and how they contribute to the overall business. So with this, you're often seen as a trusted source of information. And pag ganun yung perspective nila sa'yo, yung view nila sa'yo, you have the ability to share knowledge and facilitate learning that will make people look to you for guidance and support, whether it's in developing skills or addressing organizational challenges. So, sinasabi ko dito that yung role ng training and development is exciting, impactful, and constantly evolving. Okay? And you have to remember na kahit pa mayroong mga changes ngayon sa mga tools, sa mga methods that trainers are using, ang core value pa rin ng training profession is helping others develop, influencing also multiple levels of organization, and you are having a voice in the company's direction. Okay, that is still the heart of the profession. And trainers not only teach but also act as connectors, leaders, and change makers within their organizations. In addition, training is also exciting because it goes beyond teaching employees yung mga basic skills. No? In organization wherein a change is inevitable, whether it's due to technological advancement, market shifts, or even evolving customer needs, training professionals are still key players in preparing the workforce for these various changes that will happen inside the organization. Kasi without proper training, employees would struggle to adapt and organization would face greater resistance to innovation. So training becomes a strategic tool that not only equips employees with the skills they need, but also helps smooth the transition during times of organizational change. So, yung role ng trainer are integral to the continuous improvement of the organization. And as a trainer, you are not just responding to the current needs, but also proactively involved in shaping the organization's trajectory. So, yung role mo will give you the ability to assess the organization's current landscape, identifying its strengths and areas for development. So, you are part or you are involved in envisioning what the organization could and should look like in the future. Okay? So basically, ang trabaho mo dyan is identifying yung mga needs that will help you design training program that are forward thinking and that will ensure that employees develop the competencies necessary for future success. And lastly, trainers, yung mga nasa training profession, will have a unique vantage point within the organization because they interact with employees from various departments and levels. So this will give them insights into the organization's strengths, weaknesses, and areas where growth is needed. So because of that, you will be in a position to shape not only the content of training, but also the strategy behind it. Okay? So in summary, these statements underscore that training is not just about imparting knowledge, it's about being a key architect of organizational change. So, yung mga nasa training profession have the ability to influence both the present and future direction of an organization. Therefore, you will be helping to build a bridge between where the company is and where it aspires to be. Okay? Now, we look naman dito sa mga roles, okay, roles ng mga training professional. Okay, so maraming roles ang mga training professionals. Okay, they play a multifaceted role in organizational learning and development. So, makikita natin dito, they could be training needs analysts, instructional designer, facilitator, learning consultant, talent developer, e-learning specialist, performance coach, evaluator and assessor, change agent, and leadership development facilitator. So marami, but now we could still add to the list, but these are the most common roles that the training professional they are handling in the organization. So if we are going to summarize this, they are responsible for identifying employee training needs, designing and delivering effective programs, and ensuring that learning initiatives align with organizational goals. So, yung mga training professionals, they play a critical part also in facilitating personal and leadership development, supporting change management, and evaluating the impact of training efforts. And ultimately, ang main goal niyan is ang mga training professional, yung role nila is essential for fostering a skilled, adaptable, and high-performing workforce. Okay? Now, we look naman dito sa competencies of training professionals. So, to become a competent training professional, you should embody a comprehensive set of competencies because training and development is a multifaceted role, pinakita ko kanina, that requires more than just subject matter expertise o yung magaling ka lang kung ano yung mga concepts, terminologies, okay, and mga different steps in training. But you have to have the set of competencies. You have to embody a comprehensive set of competencies so that you will be well equipped to handle the technical, personal, and strategic demands of the role. So if you have this set of competencies, it will help you to deliver impactful training, foster also personal growth, and drive organizational change effectively. So ito yung gagamitin natin na model by ATD, Association of Talent Development. Maganda ito na framework natin, na maging basis natin on what competencies are needed to succeed as a training professional and to contribute strategically and effectively sa ating mga organizations. Okay? So we have here three main groups, no? Building personal capability, developing professional capability, and impacting organizational creativity. Capability rather. So under each merong mga specific na specific na competencies. Okay, so as you can see in the building personal capability, etong domain na to of practice embodies the foundation or enabling abilities all working professionals, hindi lang mga training professionals, na kailangan nilang i-possess to be effective in the business world. So pag titignan mo, these are largely interpersonal skills, often called as soft skills, which are needed to build an effective organizational or team culture, trust, and engagement. So it's basically building, your own personal competencies so that you will be able to or you will be more effective in this aspects of your competencies. Also, yung second domain, we have here developing professional capability. Ito naman, it embodies the knowledge and skills talent development professionals should possess. So, knowledge and skills na kailangan mo dapat i-develop o meron ka to be effective in your role of creating the processes, systems, frameworks that foster learning, and also maximizing individual performance and developing the capacity and potential of employees. So that includes learning sciences, instructional design, and the rest. So we will be learning all of this in this subject HR 140. And of course, when we are learning this one, we hope that we will also be able to build etong mga personal capabilities. And if you have this one, personal capability and professional capability, it's also important na meron tayong knowledge and skills and abilities to ensure that talent development is a primary mechanism to drive organizational performance, productivity, and operational results. So yan yung impacting organizational capability. So dapat meron tayong competencies on business insights, consulting and business partnering, organizational development and culture, talent strategy, and the rest. Okay? So hindi kasi basta-basta ang maging isang training professional. Okay? So you have to embody these three sets of or three domain of capabilities and develop specific competencies in each domain. Now, if you wanted to get to know better of these different competencies, you could visit this link para mas maintindihan mo pa yung mga components uh, ng model na to, and also try to assess yourself if you have this one, and merong mga guide doon on how to develop these various competencies. Okay? So let's proceed naman dito sa average salaries for training professionals. So you might also be wondering, magkano ba ang sinasahod, okay, ng mga nasa training professionals. So as you can see in this table, so this is US based kasi dollars ito, nakalagay dito. Okay. So this is a source from Healthier Paychecks. So medyo matagal na rin to, no? This is almost 4 years ago. Okay. So baka pwede nang nag-increase yan siguro ng 20%. Okay. So mataas din, pag titignan mo ang salary, okay, average salary ng mga nasa training professional, especially if you are on the executive level na. Okay. So this is in US, but let's start to look sa Philippines. Ano ba ang average salary for training professionals? So let's look in here. Okay, so this is 2024. So for training and development specialists, okay, so nag-average yung kanilang salary ng 374,000 a year. Okay. So magkano yan sa monthly? So i-divide nyo na lang ng 12. But still, this is just an average, or yun yung median niya. Okay. But it could also reach up to 636K, depending on years of experience, depende rin yan sa capacity ng organization, size ng company to provide this salary. Okay. So, yan. So, it's pretty decent. Okay? Yung pwedeng maging sahod ng mga nasa or yung mga training and development specialists. But this will go higher, yung salary na yan, if you become a training and development manager. Okay? So, as you can see in here, makikita natin na if you are a training and development manager, your annual salary could range 600,000. Okay? And it could reach also 2 million, okay, in a year if meron ka ng 20 years and higher na work experience. Okay? So pwede ka mag-average yan ang total compensation mo pwede umabot dito sa 1 million to 2 million a year. So, di ba, okay na, di ba? It's a pretty good salary because if you will divide it to 12, that could be close to 80 to 120,000. Okay. A month. Okay. So, okay na rin, di ba? So, excited ba kayo? Gusto niyo ba maging or pumasok sa training profession? I hope so. Okay. Yan naman yung aim natin why we are teaching you this subject, so that when you will graduate, okay, I hope that some of you will enter the training and development profession. Okay. So next, who provides training? So in most companies, training and development activities are provided by trainers, managers, in-house consultants, and employee experts, especially for larger organizations na merong separate na HR unit. Okay. However, okay, and sometimes yung mga organizations will outsource yung training and development activities. So ano ibig sabihin ng outsourcing? So you will be hiring individuals or groups outside the organization. So pwede kang maghanap ng mga ng mga professionals in colleges and universities, colleges, community and junior colleges, tech voc institutions, product suppliers, consultants, consulting firms, unions, trade and professional organizations, and even government organizations. Pwede yan. Especially for smaller companies. Okay, but for large organization, this could be responsibility of the professionals in human resources, HR development or HR department, and even OD, organizational development. So kung meron kayong entire function or separate department, sila talaga yung provider ng training and development. So from training design up to training evaluation. Small companies, responsibility na yan ng founder at saka ng mga employees. Okay, so ito yung sinasabi ko kanina, when organization grow to 100 employees, typically someone within the company is in charge now of HR and sila na yung nagiging sila na yung in charge doon sa training. So it becomes now their responsibility. And for large organizations, meron ng separate function yan. So sila na yung nagtitake ng ownership, di ba, doon sa training. Okay. Although training may be a formal responsibility of HR, lahat ng employee at all levels of the company, they play a role in success of the training. Of course, di ba? The HR department could design, could develop, but still, without the cooperation, support of the employees themselves, the other managers, and the executive, hindi maging successful or effective ang training program. So regardless kung sino man ang merong responsibility ng training and development must be aligned with business strategy and must support business needs. Okay? And the reporting relationship between HR management and the training function varies across companies. Okay, yung sinasabi ko kanina. Minsan, ang may responsibility ng HR function, believing that this provides strategic partnership with other business functions and consistently company-wide training. So other companies separate training from HR. So meron sigurong training and development department, okay, that is solely focused on providing training to various different business units if training is being decentralized. But regardless of the approach, it must help meet the training needs of the business. Okay, so let's proceed now to the terms. Different names for training professionals. Okay, sometimes training professionals are called facilitators, trainers, talent developers, presenters, instructors, and teachers. But in our case, in training, we will be avoiding this term, teachers and instructors. Okay, because these terms are typically being used in educational setting. But for learning of employees in the organizations, mas prefer natin na ginagamit yung facilitator, trainer, talent developer, or presenter if you are just there to deliver a speech or there is a minimal amount of emphasis on two-way communication. Kung you don't ask questions, you don't respond to queries, so you could be just called as a presenter. And what are the terms for individuals who receive training? So we call them learner, participant, trainee. But we will not be using the word student unless we are training children. But most of the time, in the organizational setting, we are training adults, employees. So, yun yung mga common terms doon sa mga nagre-receive ng training. So in this subject, we will be focusing on the terms facilitator, trainer, talent development professional. And we will call our participants as learner or participant. Okay, that they are adults who are into learning. Kasi pag ginamit natin yung term na facilitator in training, we are setting the expectation that the learning experience will be interactive, collaborative, and focus on the learner's needs. Diba? So, in a modern training and development setting, mas maganda na tawagin natin yung sarili natin as facilitator. Okay? Because we are just leading a training or learning session. Okay? And it also connotes pag facilitator kasi ibig sabihin yan, the trainer or the facilitator is the person leading the session. So hindi ka lang instructor or lecturer but someone who guides and encourage active participation, diba? So hindi ka lang nagdi-dictate ng information but also you're enabling learners to engage in discussions, activities, collaborative learning, making the training more interactive and learner-centered. And also, if we facilitate learning, mas focus yan in managing the learning process than just simply delivering a content. Okay? So, this implies that the facilitator is there to create an environment where participants feel comfortable sharing their ideas, asking questions, and exploring topics more deeply. So, gusto natin kasi mangyari sa training na ang learning is a two-way process. Di ba? So, yung trainer is a partner in the learning journey rather than an authoritative figure. Okay? And also, we are helping, di ba? Adult to learn. So, most of the time, kailangan nating gamitin yung kanilang mga knowledge and yung kanilang mga experiences into the training. Kaya nagpa-facilitate lang tayo. Okay? So, facilitating yung mga key activities natin dito. Okay? Training, instructing, teaching, and educating. So, again, we will be using facilitating in the training and development profession. Okay? Because you are there to guide the learning process. Di ba? Okay. So, when we are facilitating, it's all about enabling learners to discover knowledge, pulling it out of them through engagement and interaction. So, mas maganda na gamitin natin yung facilitating or pwede rin na training because especially when you are focusing on practical skills with hands-on practice. Okay? Pero facilitation stands out as an interactive and learner-centered approach. So in this way, we are encouraging learners to take control of their own learning journey, which is why it is preferred in adult learning environments. And here are the key results of training. So the provision of training should result into learning. So participants should be able to gain knowledge and skills to bring about change in their behavior, in their performance. Yeah, di ba? Na-discuss naman natin kung anong definition ng learning. Knowledge is gaining cognitive competence and information. So it's about gaining intellectual understanding, competence, and assimilation of information. So ang focus ng knowledge is on the ability to comprehend facts, principles, and systems. Skill development on the other end is focused on gaining psychomotor competence, meaning yung ability mo to physically or mentally perform tasks in a new way or in a better way. So it's the practical application now of your knowledge. Then we have here attitude, represents the willingness or openness to change behavior based on the new knowledge gained. So it's basically reflecting a shift in the mindset or perspective that is necessary for applying what has been learned. Okay? Kasi ang training, di ba? Hindi lang naman yan development of skills and knowledge, but also improvement of your attitude or change in your attitude. Then lastly, that would now have an impact in your performance. Okay? So eto na yung mga practical implementation ng mga knowledge, skills, attitude learned during training. So this will now reflect the ability of the trainer or the employee to execute tasks effectively using the newly acquired competencies. Yun. Okay, example, yung learning objective natin is to understand the importance of excellent customer service. So, nag-conduct kayo ng excellent customer service training. So, ano yung knowledge doon? Gaining information on customer service standards and company policies. Okay? And then, ano yung skill development? Nag-practice ka on how to handle customer interactions through role-playing during the training. And then, yung attitude dito is, when you undergo that training on excellent customer service, nakagain ka ng information on customer service standards and company policies, nag-practice ka on how to handle customer interactions through role-playing. Therefore, nakadevelop ka ngayon ng customer-centric mindset and willingness to empathize. And when you apply all of these elements to improve your actual job performance, dito na ngayon yung performance side or result ng training. And pag nag-improve yung actual job performance mo, it could lead to better customer outcomes. Okay? So, training should result in learning. Alam naman na natin yan, discuss yan noon, di ba? Where knowledge is gained, skills are developed, attitudes are changed, and overall performance improves. So each of these results is crucial for both personal and organizational growth. Okay, so remember that training not only equips learners with information, but also empowers them to apply this knowledge, adapt their behaviors, and ultimately enhance their performance in more meaningful ways. Okay? So now, my question is, do you want to become a trainer, a talent development professional? I hope so. That at the end, okay, of this subject, you would have a heart, okay, or a passion to become a trainer or a talent development professional. Okay? And if you decide to become part of that profession, you should be able to develop a passion for learning. Yan yung sinasabi ni Anthony J.D. Angelo. Because if you do, you will never cease to grow. Okay, so that's it. That completes our Unit 1. So thank you for listening and God bless.